I'll start off with this video by saying that I've always been in support of BLM, Black Lives Matter, as a grassroots movement. This is something that addresses systemic inequality, which means BLM as a grassroots movement is about resolving structural wealth distribution. It's also about how the prison works, prison system and justice system works, to really hone in and attack black people of these marginalized communities. Because of course, racism is systemic. We see this, and I've discussed this in prior videos, whereby you see how the BBC itself frames the treatment of Palestinian people compared to how Ukrainians are treated. Irrespective of whether they're innocent or not, even if innocent Palestinians are attacked, they will frame it in such a way or omit certain truths that give the benefit of the doubt to the white colonialist entity. And this is no different to how the media treats black people. I mean, it wasn't very long ago, there was the samurai wielding man who in the BBC, in the Metro, in The Sun, was treated as this mystical samurai man, even though he killed a 14-year-old black boy. They gave him an air of mystique, of a level of mystery, like you would for a Hollywood star. But this is the consequence of racism at a systemic, at a cultural level. This is why we need Black Lives Matter. This is why we need Palestinian Lives Matter. This is why we need Congo, people of Congo and their lives mattering, as well as Yemen, as well as Haiti, as well as, all these different disparate groups around the world that are being marginalized, that are being pressed, often in situations whereby the oppressor is backed, supported by Western powers. Now, that's very clear. I've always been an anti-racist. But here's the crux of the issue. Money corrupts grassroots movements. Or in this case, money corrupts organizations. I never thought of BLM as an organization. I thought of it as a grassroots movement, whereby anyone can join BLM, join protests, work towards systemic change. However, BLM as an organization seems a little bit strange. And it is strange considering that BLM, headed by someone like Patrice Cullors, and their leadership in America is a corrupt entity. We know this because they misuse their funds. They use 6 million of donation funds towards buying a luxury mansion. This is the problem. When you put corrupt individuals with money in positions of power, then that's how you take this movement, this grassroots movement that is incredibly essential for black lives, but not just black lives, but all human, all oppressed, marginalized groups, because in a way, race as a class is a class element. We are all black, those of us who are oppressed. Of course, race is a social construct that was created to justify hierarchy and oppression of those who were at the, at the fringes, at the receiving end of these colonialist entities that wanted to extract power from these resource-rich entities, whether it's through their labor, whether it's through the resources in their land. But Black Lives Matter as an organization is a strange thing. And to reinforce my point, BLM, of course, has been compromised by its latest tweet that was put out 2 days ago, where it put out AIPAC propaganda telling how Hamas to release the hostages, which is rather ironic, because if you believe in equality, then why not does the other side release their hostages? 111 hostages are under HMAS. 9,000 hostages are under the brutal colonialist apartheid genocidal ethnic cleansing regime. So make that make sense. The only way you could have this is when money and bad people poison grassroots movement. It doesn't change my opinion of Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is essential, absolutely essential, just as Palestinian lives matter, just as, the Free Palestine movement. It's all, but, this is all a grassroots movement. This is all pushed by people without power, without institutional power. But we know it. We use our institution. We use our hearts. We use our own minds, individual minds, to come to that conclusion. We do not work on behest of these organizations, institutions. In some way, we do have to organize, but not in a way that is corruptible by money. Anyways, my next video will be on Labour Party, which is supposed to be, again, this is an organization that's supposed to be in favor of Labour, of oppressed people, historically in favor and supporting Palestinian rights. Of course, they put the wool over our eyes. Just like BLM as an organization, not as a grassroots movement, because of course, Labour as a grassroots movement is in the form of unions, in the form of working class people coming together to enact demands on behalf of the employer. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe. That'll be very much appreciated. Thank you.